The kingdom of Coronis Ibericus is under attack. The rebellion has taken hold of the Southlands and are marching their way northwards. Only Sir Alex and his knights stand in the way. As the horde descends, they mount their last stand in the marshlands of the Iberian Peninsula. This engagement will determine the fate of the realm. Let the battle begin. We're following Coronis Ibericus as their infantry head towards the front line. Each unit is easily recognizable by their banners and heraldry. The region's standing army is too small, and mercenaries such as Svancy here are hired to bolster their numbers. This will give them an edge on the battlefield. As we sweep over the crest of the hill, the rebellion are spotted and moving to block their path. They take up positions on the hill and use a combination of archers and shield wall to force the Coronis Ibericus army to stand and fight. The terrain makes it impossible to move around this obstacle. Unprepared, the men of CI form a battle line and wait for the inevitable clash to begin. But this is no ordinary army. Some of the best knights of the realm are present here today. Highly trained and skilled warriors will make for an extremely difficult challenge for the rebellion to overcome. Arrows fly, and both sides attempt to instill fear in the opposing force from afar. Various lords and their retinue can be seen forming the rebellion ranks. Men who have been subdued by the king's rule and high taxes now seek to free themselves from the bonds of the Iberian crown. The Principality of Toledo and Svancy take the initiative and begin hammering the rebellion's right flank. Seeing the fight begin, the remaining lords commit their forces to the front line. The battle is now in full swing. From above, it seems quite even. Neither side is willing to give ground. There is fierce fighting from infantry on both sides. Coronis Ibericus are gaining the upper hand as they push the rebellion back. Reinforcements approach from the rear. Could this be the killing blow? Wait, no! These are men of the rebellion. They've cut off the supply lines and are now attacking CI in the rear. They've arrived just at the last minute, saving their brothers in arms from the clutches of defeat. The Iberian Vanguard attempt to reform their battle lines, but it's too late. And with that, their forces are utterly destroyed. No man is left standing, and the rebellion continue their push northwards. Reinforcements from the Duchy of Gibraltar arrive on the field. Seeing their advanced forces decimated, they rush to their aid. But it's no use. They are far too late. The rebellion have already set up a new battle line to meet them head-on. Sir Alex reforms the line, and Coronis Ibericus attempt to halt the advance once again. The rebellion truly have them on the back foot now. What can men do against such hate? The Iberian forces wait for the incoming attack. As the sun sets, the men brace for the enemy charge, but it doesn't come. The lords grow restless. Perhaps the enemy are weak and do not want battle. They order a general advance towards the enemy lines. Perhaps now is the time to push them back. The Duchy of Gibraltar make the first move, and their allies swiftly follow. In the back lines though, an enemy flank has begun. Where on earth did that come from? Their best chance now is to break through the enemy in front of them, then turn to face the enemy coming from their left flank. Will they do it? The opposing forces seem evenly matched, so there's definitely a chance. The rebellion flank attack is going strong. The Principality of Toledo try to hold them back. They desperately need backup from the Coronis Ibericus center. Rebellion cavalry are in the back lines and pull off a hammer and anvil charge straight into the Iberian rearguard. That may well have been the finishing blow. The Iberians rally their forces in the center and attempt a last stand. The enemy have them surrounded, but the men do not fear these rebellion dogs. They were brave and fought valiantly, but the rebellion once again take the victory. Large swathes of the Iberian army lie wounded on the battlefield. Only a single division of their forces now remain. The rebellion continue their march northwards. and intend to free the south of Coronis Ibericus once and for all. They need to be careful though, the battle is not yet won. The Iberian Vanguard led by Castile meet them at this marshy island. This is where the outcome of the battle will be decided. The rebellion, emboldened by their earlier victories, are the first to charge and the battle commences. Elsewhere, the Iberians have engaged the rebels across the lake. An equally sized melee has begun. Over this side, the rebellion seem to have the numbers advantage. The Iberians fight defensively, trying to buy time for the reinforcements to arrive. Back over at the island, Coronis Ibericus have pushed the rebels back. Their forces were able to defeat them in detail, and the stragglers are cleaned up. They move across the shallow lake towards their allies who are desperate for backup. The fighting on the opposing shore is coming to a climax as they move in, but they're a little too late. As they approach the rebels, a new battle line is ready for them. Well-rested heavy knights with two-handed weapons await them. These men are well trained, and let the Iberians come to them. The marshland will sap them of all the energy. The Iberians are committed. They are the last line of resistance against the rebellion and must defeat them here to secure the south. With one final heroic charge, they smash into the enemy lines. They cannot and will not lose to these rebels. The Order of Santiago managed to push through and attack the rebels where they are weakest. These red and white shields will not go down easily. These are some of the most prestigious fighters of the Iberian crowns. This is the pivotal moment of the battle. This will decide the outcome for the rebellion. Will they break free from the Iberian rule, or will they be subjugated and return to living under their king's watchful eye? They've done it! The south is liberated! It was a close one, but the rebellion just managed to take it. Coronis Ibericus flee the field. If you want to join these events, there's a link in the description to join my clan and get involved. Thanks for watching.